Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I believe I usually post. This is something that I believe that is very important, that should be talked about. What I'm going to be talking about, everybody deals with it time to time, but just simply don't know how to deal with it. So it just builds up and becomes something that is normal. But what I'm going to be talking about can be something that suppresses your goals, your potentials, your capabilities, and even affect your day-to-day, how can I say, operations. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about. This wonderful, amazing thing. What is it? Could it be? What could it be? It's anxiety. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Torn Melvin. If you already know who I am, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. But with this video, I want to be giving out my tricks, my strategies, my hacks that I've been using to help me throughout my recent years of life and living. So if you believe that if you click on this video just for a better perspective, a better understanding, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to help you. But guys, a disclaimer, I'm not no doctor. I'm a child, I'm a kid, I'm 18 years old. But at the end of the day, I am human and I deal with things. I'm not no professional. I'm like the next person. I go through things, I figure out how to deal with it. And for me, I believe there's no reason to not cock block, but to gatekeep things that better people's life. So I'm very keen with that, man. If I learn something to make me better, I'm going to spread it to the world, because nobody wants to sit there and suffer. But again, I'm going to be going over my tricks, that I believe that I deal with and how I deal with anxiety. But with no further ado, let's get straight to it. Now, before we get into this lesson, I want to first talk about what even is anxiety. So most people have it, but they don't understand it. So I'm going to answer your question right here. Basic, brief explanation right here. Anxiety is that persistent feeling of worry, fear, or unease that can pop up in various situations. Maybe it's before a big presentation, a social event, a sports game, or even for no apparent reason at all. Anxiety can manifest in symptoms too, like a racing heart, a sweaty palms. Anxiety is that thing that makes you procrastinate doing something, whether it's good or bad. That feeling in your chest making you feel like you can't breathe, your leg is jumping up and down quicker than you can count to one. Now, guys, you ain't gotta be no goddamn professor to understand what anxiety is. Everybody has it. Everybody deals with it. But what you must understand, what do you have in you? What is this? It's like, how can I say? It's like for gay people. I might get I'm not gonna get canceled because I'm explaining. You have a love for men. You have something different for men, but you don't understand, what is this? Am I gay? You come out of the closet. You understand what you are. That ain't a good explanation, but that's what anxiety is, guys. Now I want to go over. I know I got anxiety, but what's the purpose of it? Why do I have this? What's the reason? What's the reason for flies? What's the reason for anxiety? I have the answer right here. Anxiety is pretty normal for most of us, including me to an extent. That's for me. But its key purpose isn't as bad as you may think. Anxiety is designed for a natural and adaptive reason that has evolved to help keep us safe in potentially dangerous situations. Anxiety usually happens right before or during the performance and can make it really challenging to do your best. The key purpose of anxiety is to prepare our body to respond to threats or challenges. So what does anxiety actually do? Now, I have 4 key general things that anxiety do. 1, it's your alert system. 2, enhances awareness. 3, preparation. 4, learning and avoidance. Now, guys, I understand people have disorders. People have 1% anxiety, like just stupid, man. They look at the clock and they see a number up there and they start tripping. But I'm going to be talking about, I forgot to mention, I'm going to be talking about the general what most everybody has. I'm not gonna go over like that the unique kind of anxiety that just I'm just gonna be going over social anxiety and performance anxiety, because that's what I believe majority of the world speaks about and talks about is suffer with. But it helps your alert system. Anxiety acts as an internal alert system. When our brain senses a potential threat, it triggers the body's fight or flight system response. This response readies us to either confront the threat, flight, or run away from it. Flight. What? Okay. 2, enhances awareness. Anxiety increases our alertness and vigilance, helping us to notice potential dangers in our environment more quickly. This heightened awareness can be... Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Those are the 4. I'm not finished read all this, man, but learning and avoidance, preparation, enhanced awareness, all that good stuff right there. So it has a reason, guys. But like I said before, I'm not going to be talking about all this off the wall battered, I'm not going to be talking about all this different kind of anxiety, man. I'm going to be talking what I believe is the most common anxieties: performance anxiety and social anxiety. Now, first, I want to be talking about performance anxiety. Have you ever been in a situation where you're not confident in your ability to perform? Whether it's for your personal benefit or in front of a big crowd, sporting event, speaking, whatever it may be. I can tell you from my own experience that everyone has felt that pressure at least one time in their life. The pressure of not being at their best, where quality is judged. And the second that you notice there's a slight crack of improvement that you could have had, at that very moment, your mind and body start shaking, your legs start shaking, your hand starts... At that very moment, that's when it got you. That very moment where you know that you left some food on the table. Now, I'm going to explain this better for you later, but that's where I believe anxiety forms, bro. That exact moment where you understand that I'm not at my best. I cannot do this. Like, how can I... Let me explain. Football game. No, basketball game. Somebody that never played basketball gets ready to play basketball for the first time. They're going to be a nervous mother effer, man. Scared as a motherfucker. Anxiety going to kill them. Because they don't know what to expect, bro. They don't know if they're going to get their ankles broke, all that, man. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's when you realize it got you, man. When that split second of you knowing that there's a crack in your system, anxiety got you. But there is a way to keep this performance anxiety monster down to a minimum. I believe when it comes down to anything performance based, 7 times out of 10, you have the opportunity to prepare for what you're about to face and to reduce the stress anxiety level. Whether it's for upcoming test, a game, anything. The reason why I believe this is because the great man Kobe Bryant himself said, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So, it's not that hard to understand that if you don't practice or study, you're asking for disaster, correct? You're asking for room. You're building room for stress, anxiety to form. Now, this is probably the only place where you have kind of a small control over performance anxiety. I'm going to slowly get into the details about this, but when you have the ability to control something, you need to take advantage of it. You need to take advantage of it. So do all you can do before that test. Study as much as you can. So the only thing you have to worry about is you. You don't have to worry about anything else. You did what you did. Only thing you got to worry about is controlling and breathing. You know what I'm saying? So, again, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Always know, if you don't prepare, you're going to have some type of worry. However, whenever you do everything that's humanly possible, I can't say anxiety is going to be completely gone, but it's going to be 100% minimized to a percent. But I must say there's another concept where that can't completely apply. Let me explain myself. Let's say you're a person like me. Like me. Me, I like to throw myself in the fire where when it comes down to learning new stuff, so it puts me in an uncomfortable situation. Okay, let's say for instance, you're trying a new drill in your sport, or you're being the first to solve a new math equation like in schooling or something like that. Anything like that, you obviously have no time to react to it. But this is where it gets a lot of people. Many people sit back and fall into that black pit of loserness, as I call it. When you're around a bunch of people, man, you don't really quite know them. You're scared they're going to look at you stupid. You're scared how they're going to look at you. They're going to judge you. Many people do not jump into that because either they're scared of being judged or they just don't know where to start, or they're just mentally stuck in a loser mindset. Now, for this, what I'm trying to make sense of, there's going to be times where you can prepare to minimize anxiety, and then there's going to be times where you have no choice but to deal with anxiety. For like this, you're thrown into the fire, which I call it. Me, I love that shit, man. I thrive in it. When I'm given the opportunity to do something first, no matter who's around, I jump into it. Now, I'm going to talk about this later. The reason I do this for, bro, I practice that. I practice putting myself in uncomfortable situations because when you're used to doing it and being in uncomfortable situations, things are easier. Things are easier to do when you have time to prepare. So that anxiety of what can happen, what can happen, what can happen. When you jump into it, even though your brain is thinking that, when it's time to actually do it, you have no problem with going through the motion of actually doing it instead of, you get what I'm saying? So when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, when it's time to be comfortable, it's easy, bro. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. So my advice to you, man, guys, jump into that fire when it feels uncomfortable. You know somebody's gonna judge you and all that, but let's go to the next point. But like I said, I take advantage of that vulnerable moment to get better at handling my anxiety and that negative voice in my head, which I call it the bitch voice. Some people are friends with that voice, which I do not agree with, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to kill that voice, because I believe it's the enemy of success. That voice in your head that is fear. I call it the fear voice. Like I told you at the beginning, it's put there and designed to keep you from hurting yourself. It gives you that fight or flight. I want all fight, nigga. I don't want to flight. But it gives you that, I don't know, what should I do? It gives you that attitude, which I have no time for that. Me, when you're looking to go into a certain life level, entrepreneurship, there's no room for that mess right there, boy. Fear is it's not an option. But like I said, when you have the opportunity to go first, to be the test dummy, do it. You're only doing yourself a favor by putting yourself in uncomfortable situations where you don't know what to expect. People are watching you and all odds are against you. That's where niggas thrive, man. That's where you get better. That's where it's got to be at. I love being in that spot, man, where the only way out is to go through discomfort. Now, this opportunity rarely comes, but when it comes, guys, I don't know how to explain it, but just give it a try, man. You'll come out feeling better. So why do I say put yourself in that uncomfortable situation? Because you grow through pain. Life without pain, I believe, is life without growth. In my opinion, that's my opinion. So by jumping in situations like that, you're only making yourself better for life challenges that are thrown at you. I don't know if you ever heard that quote, but like, I don't know how to say it, but give yourself hard situations, make an easy life. Give yourself comfortable situations, an easy situation makes a hard life. Let's say for example, I'm a man that always likes going versus. Okay, good example. I'm the guy that always like going versus the big guys in football when it's tackling drill. I always go higher than what I'm supposed to. And them people are always bigger than me. When it's time for me to do regular stuff, a normal life is easy because I'm used to hard troubleshit, man. If I'm a nigga like, I just want to kill them little niggas, man, because I don't want to get hurt, man. I want to be easy. When it's time to play football, man, you just ain't gonna be around a bunch of little niggas. You gonna have to go versus some big niggas too, and you ain't gonna be accustomed to it. You ain't gonna be used to it, bro. So the summary of that is put yourself in hard situations, bro, because it only make you better. And to make this all sound understanding to you, that performance anxiety can be dealt with practice. Practice. The only way you can minimize it, I won't say definitely 100% get rid of it, is you must put yourself in situations where when it is time to perform, that anxiety does not stop you, because you're used to jumping into things when you have anxiety, not knowing what the situation may be. When you jump into it, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So, next point. Now, before I jump off into this topic, well, it's not another, but it's another, section. I want to give some examples on how to handle this particular anxiety and how I prepare myself. Let's use this for an example. You're a door-to-door salesman. You know, everything humanly possible. You know, you got all the design, the cool, you got everything. You have everything. Your script, the squeegee, man, you got it all. Whatever the heck you're going to be doing. Cleaning windows, pressure washing, car detailing, whatever. You're doing everything humanly possible to mentally prepare and physically prepare. You have the tools, the shoes. You have everything. But the only small thing stopping you is a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of butterflies, I can say. But the only thing that's stopping you, only thing in between you and success is action. And what stops most people from action is anxiety and that voice in their head. They got this risk. They got this risk mindset, bro. What if? Fuck that shit. What if? What if I do it? What would happen? I care less about that bullshit, man. I got time for it. You know what I'm saying? But there's no other thing else to do except take action. But there's the anxiety there. Me, what I do is, I'm in that situation where I know there's good on the other side of what I do after I take action. There's money on the other side, but I had that little fear. It's exactly what I tell myself. I think in my head, I said, Torn, stop being a bitch. Fuck that voice in your head, man. It's pit there to make you a loser, bro. It's pit there to make you a bitch, man. Like you in the gym. Man, that weight here is a motherfucker. I know y'all got that voice. You don't want to lift that weight, but you know it'll make you a strong nigga, though, so you get your ass somebody there and hit it. Everybody got that voice. Before you go to leg squats. Oh, hell, man, that's going to kill. Fuck that, man. You got to get rid of that voice, man. If you want to succeed in life, you got to get rid of that voice. I'm telling you. That anxiety voice, you got to go. That bitch voice, you got to go. But if I'm in that situation where my mind is being controlled, I simply put that to the side, even though it's still there, and I just move. I don't negotiate. I don't do nothing. I just go. I do it. Let's say how this example can deal. Like I said, performance anxiety. This deals with performance. I'm a door-to-door salesman, man. I'm scared as heck to make calls, not calls, but to knock on doors. But guess what? Do it anyway. You got to push yourself past that voice in your head. That's the only way you're going to succeed, bro. And that's the only thing that's going to stop you from succeeding is that what if happens voice in your head, bro. I just completely ignore it, bro. It's not even a part of my body anymore. My body is controlled by my mind. It sounds confusing, right? But I know. But now I got it to the point where my body controls my mind. Did I just say that? But that's how I got it, bro. I completely ignore that voice in my head and just do what I need to do because I know the outcome of it. Obviously, man, if you're about to go shoot up a school or something, that voice, you know, that's something telling you that you about to fuck up. But my second example, let's say you're a sales call. You're a sales. You call niggas on the phone. I think that's what it's called. Call sales. Yeah, you're a salesman, whatever. You're on the phone as a beginner. You never called anybody on the phone. But you have everything perfect. Perfect script. Your internet's number one in the world. The company that you work for, number one in the world. You have everything that you could ask for. Everything. Oh. Everything you can ask for. I hope this is not too bright. Drink some of this water. But the only thing, like I said, between you and success is that anxiety, mind govern you have. Thinking, what would happen? What will happen? What will happen? What I'll do is, I'll do it anyway. I know you're scared, bro. It's inevitable, bro. It's not going to go away. But you must practice not being a bitch. You pick up the phone and do it anyway. You pick up the phone. Oh, snap. But, sorry about that. You pick up the phone and do it anyway. You're going to have that anxiety in your head, bro. That's going to be telling you to stop doing it. Don't do it. But the moment that you have that feeling in your brain that you know this anxiety right now that's happening, that's the moment that determines your failure or your succeeding. If you're about to fail or you succeed. If you get at that, if you meet anxiety right here, you look at it and try to, okay, that's too big to handle. You're going, fuck, man, knock his head off and walk past him. That's what I'm saying. That's what I do. Anxiety's fake. If you look at it with the fake mindset, you will win. You get what I'm saying? Next point. I want to say this. Because I believe there's performance anxiety, obviously, but it's to a minimum. It's almost an illusion, to be honest. That's what it is. Performance anxiety is an illusion. But I know and feel that fear is the number one killer of dreams. Fear kills more dreams than the dreams itself kills. People don't do things just because of fear, and that stops them from succeeding more than the failure of their dream is. Like, somebody goes out there and tries something and they don't succeed, they're doing better than somebody that don't even try. You know what I'm saying? It's better to try and fail than not try and not know if you could have succeeded or not. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. My phone died. Yep, I record on my phone because I'm a loser. But I think where I was at was, let me see, where was I at, dude? But I think I was at, like, just going over how fear is the number one killer of dreams, bro. Fear kills more dreams than dreams themselves, bro. But that's basically what I was trying to say. Anxiety is fake, guys. Anxiety is fake. But I think getting on to my third point, my third way to handle anxiety, third example of performance anxiety. So let's go. So for this example, I want to talk about my boy Kobe, man. Mr. Kobe Weeks. Mr. Weeks, the greatest of all dang on time. Now, he talked to me about this, and I already knew what it was up. I already knew what's up, man. I feel like it's a pretty good live example of how to deal with this. So basically what it is, his brother is having a wedding soon, I believe, and he has to speak. And I think it's in front of a good amount of people. But for your average person, that's a pretty big obstacle to handle. You know what I'm saying? To take in consideration also. But lucky him, he was chosen by the gods to take on this task that nobody else can. Only he can, because he's him. Nobody else is better than him. You know what I'm saying? But where I believe everybody goes wrong at in life is they chase perfection. They want to be and do the best possible. Want the best outcome that is obtainable. But that's a good mindset to have, but it's not practical, bro. It's not necessary. What it does is it gives you unnecessary stress. When you chase perfection for things that I believe shouldn't be perfected, it brings you unnecessary stress, worry. It just worries you out, man. Like, dang, man, I wish I could have said that better. My advice to Kobe, if I was in your shoes like this, or if anybody was in Kobe's shoes, where you're in the spot where you have to talk in front of a lot of people, you've really never done it before. You know, you kind of don't have the confidence to really do it. Now, I can speak for myself, but I gotta try to talk and speak. Did I just try to? All right, but I gotta try to speak for somebody that would be in this predicament. Let me cut this light off. So Kobe, if I was you, like I was preaching in the beginning, preparing to fail is failing to prepare. Wait, failing to prepare. Yeah, you know, failing to prepare, preparing to fail. I would do as much as humanly possible, to make sure that I walk on that podium wherever I'm at. And the only thing that's in between me and succeeding is I got to worry about making it to that goddamn wedding. I got to make sure I'm alive. Everything from your shoes looking crisp, everything. What you gonna say, you know what you gonna say. I won't worry about how many people is gonna be there. That's something just unnecessary. It could be one person there. I try to but this is kind of getting close to perfection, but it's not. I don't think it's, I try to over prepare. You know what I'm saying? I try to over prepare for things, like, you know, so I hate being unprepared, bro. That's scary, man. That's scary. You going into something unprepared, like you going in, you know, if you ain't got everything right, you gonna mess up. But my guy, you're gonna be up there and you're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna be perfect, bro. You're not gonna have a Shakespeare type speech. That's you might, but you know what I'm saying? But my friend, listen, you're not gonna be perfect. Go ahead, kid out the door. But set yourself up so you know you done everything you possibly could to make sure that everything goes right. So when you sit down after your speech, you say, okay, I did that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But preparing before anything like that, it cuts out, I believe, 90% of worries, stress, anxiety. And the only thing you had to deal with is that last 10%. And that 10%, it all adds up to be just action. At 10% is action. That's just action. 90% of it is worry, stress, but preparing, it cuts 90% out of it. You know what I'm saying? So only 10% you gotta worry about is action. So now, before you about to walk on that stage, you prepared. There's anxiety right here, and on the other side is your performance. Look anxiety in the face, say, okay, get the hell out of the way. It's simple. Take a deep breath. When you go on the stage, see, now everybody's different, guys. Everybody got different personalities. So when they act, when you're talking to people like that, your personality it's a big factor with it too. But Kobe, I believe you got it, bro. Obviously, everybody's gonna have some butterflies, but that's something that you can deal with. But you gotta prepare. Preparation, bro. Preparation. Performance anxiety. That's all it is, bro. But I'm done with the example, so I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this one up. But the basic summary of what I just went over is, man, everybody has some type of performance anxiety. I don't care who you are. Some people have it a little bit more, some people have it a little bit less, but everybody has it. Anxiety, a way to beat it is to prepare. I believe there's no other way around it except you must prepare. You can't necessarily beat it, but you can suppress it. You gotta make sure you do everything humanly possible to prepare. You can control what you control, and you control everything that is possible to control, and the only thing left is action. And when it's time to implement action, sometimes anxiety is still in the way. So this is where that mindset of I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to walk through this mist and void of that surrounding me, controlling my feelings. No matter what my feelings are, I'm going to do it anyway. That's why I preach. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because when it's time to do something where there's something on the line, like, you know, money, reputation, judgment, it won't be no problem because you're already used to doing something even when you don't feel like doing it. You get what I'm saying? But to go over what we talked about, performance anxiety. Everybody has it. It's not going to go away. But a way to suppress it and to get better at it and dealing with it is you must perform, you must practice, you must pitch something before you do that. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail, bro. If y'all think I'm lying, go ahead out there before you gonna do something and sit there and don't do nothing. You will suffer, bro. You will suffer. Everybody has that bitch voice. You just gotta learn how to control it. But that is part one of how to deal with anxiety, how to control it, how I deal with it, how you can deal with it, of anxiety, performance anxiety. Everybody has it, but you will get better. Going into the second point, how to deal with social anxiety. Now, I want to talk about what I think is a bigger problem for the majority of people, which is social anxiety. This is a particularly significant issue, especially for the Gen Z, whatever how the hell you say, our generation, bro, teenagers. I can see it becoming a even bigger problem. Kids nowadays don't even seem interested in going outside anymore to play. Why? Because they're spending the majority of their time on the goddamn internet. So what does that do? When it comes to, I'm pretty sure I said that bad, but so what does being on the internet, locked up in the isolation in your room all day, what does that do? When it comes down and comes time to interact face to face with people and time to be an actual human, they don't know how to handle it. This lack of experience in the real world with interactions with real people, it can lead to, and it become the normal way of life. And what I mean by that, kids nowadays, generation Gen Z, they grow up with a goddamn iPad in their hand. And what they do not leave it. So what they do, oh man, they'd rather be inside in a universe that's not even real than socialize. Go play, go to the park. I rarely see kids at a park anymore, bro. It's rare, bro. It's rare, nigga. It's rare. It's rare. Parks don't even real. It's not even real. But what I'm trying to say is, I believe that's one of the main reasons of anxiety, bro. Social anxiety. It's just the lack of. It all starts, I believe, from your young age, bro. It's just a lack of social experiment. Like social. What's the word I'm looking for? Social interaction. There you go. But I believe the internet will continue to produce a lot of kids with social anxiety, sadly. So if you're a kid like my age, make sure your kids are not on the phone all the time, bro. Bring their butt outside, bro. For real. But to get into this point, what is social anxiety? Just like I did with performance anxiety. What is it? What is it? I know what it is, but what is it? Social anxiety is when you feel extremely nervous or scared about being in social situations. It's more than just being shy or introverted. It's an intense fear of being judged, embarrassed, or humiliated by others. No! People with social anxiety might experience physical symptoms like blushing, sweating, trembling, or having a fast heartbeat when they're in social situations. They might also avoid these situations as much as possible because they make their anxiety even harder to deal with. Now, I'm going to go over a couple reasons why I believe social anxiety is caused. I believe I have about 6 right here. So, genetics, brain chemistry, environmental factors, personality traits, I believe is probably the biggest one. And learned behavior and culture, social factors. I'm going to go over personal traits. Now, many people, they're just born with that, man. They just don't got the personality to just go out and associate with people. But I believe social anxiety is mainly comes from personality and just the fact of how they were raised up and their environment. Many other reasons, just retardedness and those but certain personality traits like being naturally shy, introverted, or having a tendency to worry excessively might increase in the likelihood of developing social anxiety. Environmental factors, life experiences can play a role. If you experience teasing, bullying, or other negative social interaction like during childhood, it can contribute to the development of social anxiety. Traumatic events or other stressful life events might also trigger it on site, which eventually lowers self-value and pride. So yeah. So like I said, man, I believe social anxiety is caused by either personality or the main reason, so personality and just the fact of you being like not around people a lot. But guys, I believe there's a cure for your disease. But anyway, now I'll be going over what are the characteristics of someone with social anxiety. Excessive. Let's see, there's a lot of this shit right here, man. A lot of it. I believe social anxiety is a little better. It's a lot better, way better. Wait, not in a good way, but what? It's worse. I mean, yeah, it's worse. It's worse than performance anxiety. But I believe these are the two anxiety people deal with. You deal with excessive worry, fear of judgment, avoidance, physical symptoms, self-consciousness, negative evaluation, difficulty initiating conversations, limited eye contact, performance anxiety, which is, what I just went over, reluctant to speak in public, self-isolation, excessive self-criticism. I'm not going to read all of this, but like the definitions, all that, but the description or whatever. But it's very basic. You fear judgment. You don't like being around people because you're scared of what they might think of you. Self-consciousness, negative self-evaluation. You don't think yourself as a high-value person. Like, you might worry about what you're doing wrong. Limited eye contact. You're scared to look at a person because you might think they're going to look into your eyes and say, oh, you're a bitch or something. Like performance anxiety, all that stuff, man. It's just a bunch of very common sense. You don't like dealing with people. But to get further on into this subject. Now, I must say first, before I go any deeper into this, I believe I was blessed and born with a very unique, very outgoing, bright colored, expressing personality. No matter of what the judgment of the ones around me, the scenery, I am going to be who I am, no matter how you feel, what you think, or what you do. Like, and the reason I think like this is because I look at life, and the reason why I act the way I act, not to say that it's bad, but the way I'm very comfortable with being myself, because I look at life I look at the bigger picture of life. So obviously I don't go out there and make myself look absolutely dumb, stupid, retarded, but many people wake up and walk and live life acting a certain different way than what they would usually do behind closed doors. I act the way I do around my family, by myself, as I do around other people. Now, there's obviously limits to it, but I don't act all stuck up and, stiff-necked around certain people as I do if I was by myself. I'm laughing, joking. Hey, man, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? All that right there and this and that. Well, I'm the way I am because I look at life from the bigger side of it, bro. I don't try to please nobody. I don't try to bow down to anybody just because of you think I'm different. You think, oh, this nigga's weird. Okay, fuck you then, boy. But like I said, I had to tell you that and tell you this for a certain reason, for me to go any further in this, what I'm about to go into, which is social anxiety. Guys, everybody's different. Lucky me, I was born with the comfortability of being myself into public. I ain't got no problem with people. But you might. So I'm not going to make this all about me. I'm going to make this all about you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make you be comfortable with yourself. But the reason I said that is because I wanted to tell you and give you some more, how can I say, I had to give myself more credibility to be able to teach somebody or help somebody with something that I believe that I am great in. Not say great, but I feel comfortable with myself around other people. So anybody can just get up here and say how you can deal with it without having proof or how they deal. You know what I'm saying? But you get the point. So let's get into it. The reason why I mentioned I look at life, I look at the bigger picture of life because, bro, everybody's going to die one day, correct? Everybody knows they're going to die. You're not going to live forever. And the fact of you not being able to live forever, this life you live is temporary. You will never get another one back. Why would you allow yourself to not take advantage of it and give yourself the best time that you can? Not say go out there and do something stupid or bad, but why confine yourself down to a certain point of like self-control, or you better govern on your mind to not allow yourself to be free, happy, laugh, say, and do what you please. But just that thought process switch, that better perspective, the moment I thought about it like that, it helped me out. Because many people, they want to be so perfect. They want to be so serious. They want to look and be looked at by others. Oh, that person right there is serious. That is not the way you supposed to live, bro. That's miserable, man. Scared to joke, scared to have fun. If you one of them, I can't be with you, bro. I hate people like that, man. Look at life, bro, as, nigga, this is not forever, man. Why would you want to sit here and be serious all the time, bro? Scared. Be you, man. But to get further on, I can believe I can classify myself. But to back that what I just said, I believe I can classify myself in a 1% category of social interactions when it comes to people. I can literally just be sitting there, just doing me, acting myself, you know, just trying to be fun, bro. Be fun, spread positivity. And some stuck, strong neck nigga, you know, will sit there and look at me with you know, one of them faces like, what's wrong with that nigga, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, he said it as a head, like, boy, stuff like that, it don't bother me, bro, because if it bothers you to see me be happy, be joyful, be like, you know, you just be free in my skin, that tells me that you are miserable, bro. You know what I'm saying? It tells me that you're like, what? He's comfortable with doing that stuff in public without fear of judgment. That means you're like, it gives me signs of insecureness, bro. You know, just saying all that stuff right there. It just really tells me about stuff, people that, you know what I'm saying, people do stuff like that. But guys, you gotta get to a point where but you gotta get to a point, bro, where the fear of judgment, the fear of embarrassment, the fear of just getting looked at different, it's not even in your brain no more. Like, bro, say you're on your deathbed. Let's put this in an example perspective. You're on your deathbed. You're finna die. Like, there's no doubt you're finna die, nigga. The Reaper's over there sitting on a chair reading a magazine just waiting for you to die. So, picture this in your head. You're finna die. You're in a deathbed. You're in the hospital. Your family's there. Captain America's over there. Spider-Man. All them niggas over there. You finna die, bro. You look back on your past and say, man, I wish I would have had more fun. I wish I wasn't so hard on myself. I wish I wasn't so serious all the time. I wish I would have just been more happier. Guess what, bro? It's too late then. There's no time to go back and take anything back. There's no time to go back in public. There's no time to go back around your friends and have fun. It's over. There's no time to go back and be and just be cool, be free, say something, make friends. If you fuck up, oh well, brother, you gonna live. Go spit some ribs at a girl, bro. If you mess up, oh well, there's many more to try on. You feel what I'm saying? You fail a test, oh well, go take it again until you figure it out how to pass it. But life, you're here for a short time, not a long time. And with that short time, you should try to make it the best time. Don't be doing stupid stuff, but every opportunity you have to make it the best possible life you can, you need to take it. But I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at something, bro. But yeah, okay. But I you know, I believe and act this way, and so I feel that my personality and soul is so out of tune with the modern human that it's just ridiculous. Everybody, most in 99% of everybody that I be around, they're just scared of social happiness, bro. Like, you ain't gotta be for real and serious all the time, man. Like, crack a joke, man. Make life fun. And when I'm around serious dudes all the time, look, I know the difference between when it's time to have fun and when it's time to have work. You know what I'm saying? I know when it's time to get serious. But when it's serious all the time, you're gonna be miserable. I'm telling you, bro. You will be miserable. But let's get further on to the lesson. But the purpose of me saying this is, but the reason why I said all that is because I said I'm able to be myself in public because of one reason. I'm able to be comfortable in social interactions for one reason. I'm able to be comfortable with being myself around other people I do not know because of one reason. I'm able to not have fear of judgment. I'm able to have not fear of embarrassment because of one reason. And that reason is because I look at life in a larger lens, through a larger lens than your average person. So that makes me obviously, I can say better than everybody. From a very young age, I was always fascinated with myself, in love with myself. No matter my flaws, no matter my imperfections, I was always fascinated about myself. I got to a point where I always used to look in the mirror and say, that is me, that's me. There's nobody else like me. There will never be nobody else like me. So, why not enjoy me? You know what I'm saying? God created each and every one of us to be different and unique. So why not embrace it? Brother? You know what I mean? Public time is the best time. People were, in the beginning of time, people are designed to be in herds, man. They're not designed to be isolated. Isolation brings loneliness, depression, sadness. Being in a group, it brings comfortability, communication. It brings everything, bro. Being alone all the time is not it. It's not it, bro. But this is where people go wrong at. Give me 1 second, let me finish the chicken, man. They look in the mirror. This is what social anxiety even comes at. Right here, I'm finna help you. People look in the mirror. Like I just said, I was even in love with my flaws and the things that I wasn't comfortable with. I was in love with it because it made me what I am. Different. People see imperfections, flaws as something that makes them ugly and not better than the next one. And so people think, no, people don't think, but the way people think is, I don't care who you are. Not everyone will see you as a good person. Some people wake up just to find a nigga that is not perfect and just to speak on their downs. And that's where social anxiety comes from, bro. They realize that they're not the best. They realize they don't have confidence. They realize they don't have every materialistic thing that everybody has. And so when they get out in public, their insecurities are put on blast, and that's when social anxiety happens, because they're not in love and comfortable with themselves. I'm telling you, when you come comfortable with yourself, you have no insecurity. I have no insecurity, to be honest, right now. I don't. The moment you realize and you become in love with yourself, you come aware that this is all I got. This is all I'm getting. So I don't care how ugly you are, bro. Fall in love with it. Find something about you that you love, nigga. And fall in, and you feel what I'm saying? But when you get the thought out of your head and the understanding that I don't care who you are, brother, you will be judged for how you look, how you smell, walk, talk, and breathe. But you cannot satisfy every person walking this planet, my friend. But you can become comfortable with yourself. So when it's time to be in front of those people, oh, you're ugly. All right, bro. Oh man, dude, you can't speak. Your speak is wrong. Thank you, man. I try. Bro, you suck at that sport. Oh man, thank you, man. I try though. I know I'm not the best, but I try. That's why people got social anxiety, bro. They're just simply not comfortable with themselves. Guys, there may be many different reasons. Do not get on my head for, man, that's just one. But many of it's because of insecurities, man. They have something that is not seen as what everybody else has. They have something that's unique that they don't understand that's their purpose for, uniqueness. And they try to throw it away. But to help you real quick, you gotta fall in love with yourself. You gotta understand that you're made different. You're the only person like you. And the moment you look in the mirror and realize, that's me, there will never be another me, you fall in love with yourself. And when you do that, the judgment, the look of eyes of the other people around you, it does not affect you. The only thing that affects you is you, the way your own self look in the mirror. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, change it. Only thing you can't change is physical appearance. If you don't like the way you look, there's little things you can do. Drink water, clean your skin up, lose weight. But what you cannot do is think that everybody's gonna look at you perfect. Everybody don't like you. Everybody don't like you. Everybody gonna think that you're a loser. But there's some people that don't. But you can't sit there and try to figure out who the people in. Live your life, bro. Next point. But enough about me. For the ones who believe they suffer with anxiety, social anxiety, the fear of judgment, the fear of embarrassment, the fear of being looked at as different, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of being looked at stupid, the fear of just people. Oh man, that person is stupid. Oh man, look at his clothes. Look at how he talks. Look at his teeth. Look at him. And the fear of just people's judgment. If you believe that is you, what I'm about to tell you, I just said, but what I'm about to tell you is you might not like it, but I don't care how good or bad you are. I don't care how good you look or how bad you look. I don't care how rich you are or how poor you are. People will find a way to find the worst in you. But what you cannot allow that to do is to affect you, man, mentally. You cannot let that, you cannot let people's words, you cannot let your mind control you to thinking that you're less of what you are. Do not let people's words and actions get into your head, turn around, twist, and unwire the way your brain process works. Believe it or not, that we're all just walking bunches of meat walking this planet. We're souls put inside of a body, bro. We're souls put into a vessel. Everybody has something wrong with them. But there are people out there, man, they can take it as good as the next person, but there's some people that, they can't take judgment good at all because maybe ego, this ain't got no pride, you know what I'm saying? This ain't got no confidence and stuff. But I'm here to tell you, if you're willing to step out of your shell, if you're willing to make yourself a better person, I'm willing to teach you. I'm willing to help you. But I always tell everybody, I tell my friends, nobody's going to change you except you. Nobody's going to help you except you. People can give you words, people give you advice, but nothing's going to change until you change yourself, you my friend. You know what I mean? But I'm going to make this as simple as possible in the next clip. But I don't care who you are, bro. You will be judged. You will be looked at. You will be just another person that is That's how it is, bro. Naturally, bro. People look at you and they say, "What's bad about that person?" They never look at you good, bro. But to get to the next person, the next point. I don't know where many of y'all sit at in beliefs or morals or religion, but if this will make you feel better, the man himself, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the God of Son, whatever he was, I'm not really sure, to be honest. But if you believe in that and you believe in him, we all know that he was considered the most perfect man. I always tell myself this. It always keeps me like a comfort in my heart, because he was considered a perfect man. He healed people. He cured people. He blessed people. He turned wine into water, or water into wine. It's one of them. He broke bread with niggas, man. He split a freaking ocean. But he still found something about him that they can judge, they can look at as hate. They found, out of all that, they looked and found something. They created something about a perfect man that they can hate and could judge. Ain't that ironic, bro? Ain't that ironic? So, the reason I gave you that example is because if a man like him cannot walk this planet when he is literally the perfect man, what makes you think that you can wake up and not have to go outside and face reality and the people and not eventually one day get looked at with judgment, bro? You're going to mess up. You're not perfect. Somebody's going to have to look at you and say, "Oh, man, you're not the best at..." Fuck it, bro. You're not going to be perfect. And the second you understand that, the better you will be. The better you'll be. The man, Jesus himself, was even looked at and judged. So, the second that you understand that you're not going to be perfect, is the better you can look at other people and say, "I know I'm about to mess up. I'm not going to be 100% perfect." That's why people have anxiety a little bit too. They try to chase perfection, and when you try to chase perfection, you always fail, because you never be perfect. But next point. I'm almost done, guys. To wrap this video up a little bit, your goal as a human isn't to be perfect, because when you try to chase perfection, you will more than likely always fail. But to chase perfection, many people won't do it, so you'll be more than likely further than most. But your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to live by your own means, regardless of what the next person thinks of you, what the next person looks at you for. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose of life is to be you, enjoy you, have fun, evolve, grow, and change lives, and you know what I'm saying, things along that nature. I believe that's what my goal is. I mean, I believe that's what many people's lives should be. Nobody else is gonna do it for you except you. Nobody's gonna chase your dreams except you. If you believe you can do anything, you can do it. But if you believe you gain any value out of this video, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share. Just get this video out to a lot of more people that may need it. You know, my goal really ain't to try to blow up off of these videos. Just really just to spread my knowledge around to as many people as possible. But you know, my main goal ain't really to, you know, just big off this. But so go over social anxiety, guys. It's really not a big a big solution to it. It's very simple. Wake up and realize that you were born and blessed with something unique from the rest. The moment you fall in love with your flaws, your imperfection, and your things that make you you, you start to live a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? And when you realize people will judge you no matter how good you are, like I gave you an example with Jesus Christ. Nigga was perfect, but he still got killed. No matter how good or bad you will always be judged. And the moment you realize that, Life is not to be taken as serious, but there are times in life where things need to be serious. Life is short. Don't be on your deathbed and look in your past and say, man, I wish I would have enjoyed life more. But then it's too late. And don't let it be because you had social anxiety and you didn't have no friends. You lost friends. You couldn't, you can't keep friends because you just couldn't talk to people. Social anxiety is all in the mind, bro. If you want to talk to people, just go talk to them. But people are just scared of judgment. Life is all going to be about judgment. You will even be judged by God when you die. But it's just how you take judgment. I don't know if you ever read a quote, how it go? It's not what happens to you in life, it's how you react to what happened to you in life. You know what I'm saying? Either you take judgment as something that's going to kill you, or you just look at it as, okay. But guys, social anxiety, it all comes with just self-confidence. If you don't love yourself, you're not proud of yourself, you will feel embarrassed of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you gotta go and step outside, and when you're not in those closed doors anymore, and it's time to do you, if you're not confident in yourself, you will not be comfortable with people because you can't be comfortable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But as me, I really can't really explain this no better. You just got to be confident in yourself. Only way you do that is just fall in love with yourself. If you don't look good, go to the gym. If you need makeup, wear makeup. You feel what I'm saying? But guys, there are things you cannot help and there are things you can help. Birthmarks, stuff like that, bro, it's never going away. Just embrace it. But guys, this video, man, took me a lot of time to, write up and stuff like that. I try not to make these too fancy. I just want to get it straight, raw, uncut, straight from the heart. No funny business. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for the value of the people of the world that I walk with every day. I try to make people's life better. I'd rather see my life be dedicated to help many others, you know what I'm saying, to just be selfish. But I love you. I believe you will get better. I know you will. You just got to be willing to make yourself better. You will find a way. Believe this is something that you're stuck with. Just keep waking up. Make a small percent towards action to make yourself better. It's not just going to happen because it's going to happen. Guys, anxiety is a very real thing, but anxiety has answers to it. Anxiety is not 100% curable, but there are ways to minimize its effectiveness. But again, if you feel like you've learned something from this video, feel free to share, like, subscribe, repost, all that. If you get any value, just give me like a thumbs up, or just give me a comment or something. But guys, I love y'all. My name is Torrin, and if you don't chase your dreams, nobody else will do it for you. Guys, I can say this a million times. I love you. Even if I don't know who you are, I want the best for you. So wrap this video up. Guys, have a blessed night or day. What the fuck was that? Okay. Wink.